The citrus polish hits my nose before I even cross the threshold, making my eyes water slightly. It's the same scent that's haunted every Sunday dinner for the past decade, a mix of lemon pledge and what I imagine old money must smell like. Marley dear, Rosalind's voice carries from the kitchen, precise as a surgeon's blade. Do come taste this sauce. I followed your recipe exactly. I slip off my shoes, arranging them perfectly parallel beside the others. The hardwood gleams like amber beneath my feet as I pad toward her voice. My phone weighs heavy in my pocket, Tamara's message burning like a hot coal against my thigh. The kitchen is a monument to stainless steel and marble, every surface reflecting Rosalind's immaculate appearance back at herself. She stands at the island, wooden spoon extended like a scepter. I added just a touch more salt. Hope you don't mind. I accept the spoon, knowing the routine. The sauce is perfect, of course it is. But she watches me with hawk-like intensity as I taste it. I manage, fighting to keep my expression neutral. Lovely. Oh, good. Her smile doesn't quite reach her eyes. I was worried it might be bland like last time. From the living room, I hear the distinctive sound of Peyton's thumb scrolling endlessly on his phone. He doesn't look up as I enter, sprawled across the leather armchair that probably cost more than my first car. Hi, honey, I say, getting a grunt in response. The room is a museum of carefully curated memories. Crystal vases catch the afternoon light, throwing rainbow prisms across cream-colored walls. Every surface holds a framed photo of the Stewart clan. Vacation shots, graduation ceremonies, wedding portraits. They all share the same polished veneer, like someone's airbrushed the imperfections right out of reality. My eyes drift to the massive family portrait above the fireplace, the one from last year's reunion. 20-something faces beam down at me. Rosalind and Edgar, front and center, surrounded by their children and their children's spouses. Amy and Nicole with their perfect teeth. Paris and Melina with their matching designer dresses. The men, Tyree, Timothy, Quentin, Tyler, Rocky, all in coordinated blues and grays. Something catches my eye. Maybe it's the way the light hits the glass, or maybe it's because Tamara's message has me seeing everything differently today. But my smile in that photo looks wrong, like it's been stretched slightly too wide or copied from another picture entirely. Edgar will be home soon, Rosalind announces, gliding into the room with a glass of wine that never seems to empty. He's been so busy with his mentoring program lately. Such important work he does with those young people. My phone buzzes again. Another message from Tamara. I don't need to look to know what it says. The screenshots she sent earlier were damning enough. Edgar's mentoring involves a lot more than career advice, and the evidence is sitting in my inbox, waiting like a loaded gun. Yes, I say, voice steady. He's very dedicated to helping others. Rosalind perches on the arm of Peyton's chair, running her fingers through his hair like he's still 5 years old. We're just so blessed to have such a wonderful family. Everyone doing so well, staying on the right path. Her eyes fix on me. Well, mostly everyone. I think of the sauce, of the 1,000 little cuts delivered with surgical precision over the years. The comments about my background, my career choices, my inability to give them grandchildren, the way they've shaped Peyton into their perfect son, leaving nothing for me but his empty shell. I was actually hoping to talk to Edgar about his mentoring work, I say, watching Rosalind's face carefully. I have some questions about his methods. Something flickers behind her eyes. Fear, recognition, but it's gone in an instant, replaced by her usual mask of polite interest. Of course, dear, though I'm sure you understand how discreet he needs to be about his protégés. The front door opens, and Edgar's heavy footsteps echo through the foyer. Rosalind's spine straightens imperceptibly. Peyton finally looks up from his phone, and I feel the weight of the evidence in my pocket, ready to shatter their perfect glass world into a million glittering pieces. Anyone home? Edgar calls out, his voice warm and paternal, the voice of a man who spent years carefully constructing his image, pixel by perfect pixel. I touch my phone one last time, drawing strength from what I know is coming. In here, I call back, we've been waiting for you. Edgar settles into his seat at the head of the table, napkins spread across his lap with practiced precision. His cologne, something expensive and herbal, drifts across the table, making my stomach turn. I know too much now. Every carefully cultivated detail of his appearance feels like a warning sign I should have seen years ago. Shall we begin? Rosalind's voice carries that particular lilt she reserves for family gatherings. She raises her mimosa glass. To tradition. The crystal chimes as we all dutifully raise our glasses. Peyton's arm brushes mine as he drinks, but he might as well be 1,000 miles away. The morning sun streaming through floor-to-ceiling windows catches on the silverware, creating tiny starbursts that dance across the tablecloth. Marley, Rosalind starts, cutting into her eggs. Benedict with surgical precision. How is your website work going? Still helping small businesses with their little online presence? The fork scrapes against my plate as I spear a piece of melon. My web design firm landed 3 major corporate contracts last month. I keep my voice light, though my jaw aches from maintaining the smile. We're actually expanding the team. Oh, how nice! She takes a delicate sip of her mimosa, though it must be difficult. All that time staring at screens. Not exactly the most feminine career path, is it? Peyton shifts beside me but says nothing. His default response to any tension? Stay quiet, stay still, don't make waves. I wonder sometimes if he learned that before or after we met. Actually, Edgar leans forward, his voice carrying that smooth, mentoring tone that now makes my skin crawl. I've been meaning to discuss your business with you, Marley. Perhaps we could review your finances? Make sure you're making the most prudent decisions. The screenshot from Tamara flashes through my mind. Edgar's private messages to a 19-year-old mentee, offering to help with her student loans in exchange for private meetings. The same paternal concern, the same offered guidance. My fingers tighten around my fork. I appreciate the offer, I say carefully, but my books are quite healthy. I have a very thorough system. Systems can always be improved, he persists, reaching for the coffee carafe. Family should help family, shouldn't they? The china clinks too loudly as he pours, each sound like a tiny accusation. Across the table, Rosalind's eyes narrow slightly. She's always been quick to sense any disruption to her carefully maintained order. Speaking of family, she interjects, Nicole just accepted a partnership at her law firm, and Amy's youngest just got into private school. Early admission, of course. She pauses, letting the weight of others' achievements settle over the table. It's so important to maintain certain standards, don't you think? Peyton finally speaks up, his voice flat and rehearsed. We're all very proud of them. Yes, Rosalind beams. We are. The Stewart name means something in this community. Tradition, integrity, success. Her eyes fix on me. Loyalty. I take another bite of melon, letting the sweet juice flood my mouth. It helps wash away the bitter taste of Edgar's cologne, still hovering in the air like a threat. Loyalty is crucial, I agree, meeting her gaze, especially when it comes to protecting family from harmful influences. Something flickers across Edgar's face, just for a moment, but I catch it. He sets his coffee cup down with a sharp click. More mimosa? Rosalind asks quickly, already reaching for the pitcher. Marley, dear, you've hardly touched yours. I'm fine, I say, but she's already pouring, the champagne splashing slightly over the rim. Her hand trembles, just barely, but enough to notice. You seem tense today, she observes, dabbing at the spill with her napkin. Is everything all right? I think of the other screenshots waiting on my phone. The pattern of messages, the paper trail of bank transfers, the carefully documented meetings. All the evidence Tamara helped me gather. proving the Stewart family's perfect patriarch isn't what he seems. Everything's fine, I smile, running my finger along the cold rim of my glass, just thinking about family and consequences. Edgar's cologne seems stronger now, almost suffocating. But I don't flinch. I've spent 10 years learning to wear a mask at this table. Now it's finally going to serve a purpose. More eggs? Rosalind offers, her knuckles white around the serving spoon. No, thank you, I say. I'm saving room for what comes next. The whir of my ancient printer fills my studio as Tamara perches on the edge of my desk, her combat boots leaving scuff marks I'll probably never get out. The whole room smells like the coffee I knocked over this morning. Dark roast mixing with printer toner and the lingering ghost of yesterday's takeout. Ready for this? She pulls out her laptop, fingers flying across the keys. Because what I found goes way beyond creepy DMs from Daddy Dearest. I push aside a stack of client mock-ups, making space. My coffee mug leaves another ring on the desk. One more battle scar in this cramped space that's become my refuge from the Stewart family's suffocating perfection. Worse than soliciting barely legal girls for private mentoring sessions? I ask, air quoting with fingers still stained with ink from changing the printer cartridge. Tamara's grin is sharp enough to cut glass. Oh, honey, this is... She spins her laptop around. Look at this. That precious family portrait? The one St. Rosalind practically genuflects in front of? The image fills the screen, the same photo I've stared at countless Sunday dinners. 20-something faces arranged in perfect harmony, every smile bright, every pose calculated. Now watch this. Tamara clicks through a series of filters, technical terms scrolling past that mean nothing to me. But what happens to the image means everything. Holy shit, I whisper, leaning closer. Is that? Photoshop, like a lot of it. She points to different areas. See here? Your smile's been completely replaced, probably from your engagement photos. Nicole's dress was originally navy, not royal blue. And Peyton? She zooms in on my husband's face. Daddy's boy got himself a whole new jawline. I start laughing, a raw, slightly unhinged sound that bounces off the studio's bare walls. They literally constructed their perfect family photo. Pixel by fucking pixel. Right? Tamara joins in, her laughter bright and unrestricted, so different from the careful chuckles allowed at Stewart family gatherings. But wait, there's more. She pulls up another window. The original file, it's got metadata, dates, times, edit history, everything, including, she pauses for dramatic effect, the email address of the person who commissioned the edits. My heart starts pounding faster. Rosalind? Edgar. Tamara's smile turns predatory. Seems like Daddy's been playing digital dollhouse with more than just his mentoring profiles. I stand up, needing to move. Pacing past the mood boards and client sketches pinned to my walls, I feel something crystallizing in my mind. So not only is he a predator hiding behind his respectable mentor facade, but the whole perfect family image is literally fake, Tamara finishes, and I've got proof that he orchestrated it. The printer spits out another page, some logo design I should be focusing on. Instead, I'm seeing possibilities unfold like origami, each fold revealing new potential. You know what this means? I turn back to Tamara. It's not just his reputation on the line anymore. This would destroy Rosalind's whole carefully constructed world. The perfect family portrait, the flawless image she spent decades building, all comes crashing down. Tamara closes her laptop with a satisfying snap. Question is, what are you going to do with this nuclear bomb I just handed you? I walk to my window, looking out at the city below. Somewhere out there, Edgar's probably meeting another young mentee. Rosalind's probably planning another picture-perfect family gathering. And Peyton's probably still staring at his phone, pretending not to see any of it. Remember that client I had last year? I say slowly. The one whose website got hacked, And all their private files went public? Tamara's eyes widen. The one where no one could trace the source? Because it looked like it came from inside their own network. I turned back to her, feeling my pulse race with possibility. How hard would it be to set up something similar with, say, a family photo sharing account? That depends. Tamara reopens her laptop, fingers hovering over the keyboard. How much damage are we talking about? I think of every subtle insult, every dismissive comment about my hobby, every time Peyton chose his parents' approval over standing up for me. Total, I say. I want their perfect image shattered so completely they'll never put it back together. Then let's get to work. Tamara starts typing, the sound like rainfall against the window. Because, honey, we're about to give the Stewarts a family photo they'll never forget. The blue light from my laptop casts strange shadows across our bedroom at 3 a.m. Beside me, Peyton sleeps the untroubled sleep of someone who's never questioned his place in the world. His breathing provides a steady rhythm as I scroll through decades of carefully curated lies. Rosalind's digital archive is immaculate. Of course it is. Every folder labeled with surgical precision. Christmas 2019, final edit. Tyler's graduation, approved version. Summer beach house, color corrected. The parentheticals tell their own story. I click through the wedding album, my throat tightening. There's my dress, altered in post-production to look more classic. My makeup, enhanced to hide what Rosalind called my ethnic features. Even the bridesmaids' dresses have been tweaked, their burgundy made deeper, richer, more sophisticated. The mouse cursor hovers over a folder labeled Family Milestones, Master Files. Inside, I find what I'm looking for, the original unedited versions, raw files that show the truth behind their perfect facade. Here's last Thanksgiving. Before they edited out Amy's wife's tattoo. Here's Easter. Before they brightened everyone's teeth and smoothed their skin. Here's the beach house. Before they slimmed waist and erased tan lines. My phone lights up with a text from Peyton. Coming to bed soon? He's still asleep. It's an automatic message he set up months ago. His attempt at showing concern without actually having to engage. I reach for a stack of printed photos on my nightstand. Ones I took from Rosalind's precious album while she was busy criticizing the caterer at last week's family dinner. The glossy surface feels cold and artificial under my fingertips. I hold one up to my laptop screen, comparing it to its digital original. The differences are stark in the harsh blue light. In the print, Nicole's smile has been widened, her eyes brightened. The original shows her mid-blink, mouth slightly crooked. In the print, Paris's arm is slim and toned. The original reveals the natural softness they deemed unacceptable. I snap photos of each comparison with my phone, the soft click seeming too loud in the quiet room. Peyton stirs slightly, and I freeze, but he just rolls over, burying his face in one of Rosalind's decorative pillows. The heavy perfume they're infused with wafts across the bed, making my nose itch. Another folder catches my eye. Edgar's business events. Inside, I find photos of his mentoring sessions, carefully staged shots of him speaking to groups of young professionals. But there's something off about the timestamps. The edited versions are dated weeks before the event supposedly took place. My hands shake slightly as I dig deeper. The evidence piles up. Photos doctored to show more attendees than were actually present. Young women's body language edited to appear more engaged, more receptive. One photo has been altered to remove someone's hand from where it shouldn't have been. I feel the weight of it all pressing down on my chest. The lies, the manipulation, the years of calculated deception. Every perfect moment in their family history has been manufactured, pixel by pixel, smile by smile. Opening my messages to Tamara, I start typing, "You won't believe what I found. Their whole archive is a digital house of cards." Her reply comes quickly, "Send everything. We'll back it up on secure servers." I glance at Peyton again, studying his face in the laptop's glow. Even in sleep, his features hold that careful neutrality he learned from years of avoiding conflict. I wonder if he knows, if he's always known, that his whole life is built on carefully constructed illusions. I have everything I need, I text Tamara. Time to show the world what a Stewart family portrait really looks like. She sends back a single emoji, a bomb. I close the laptop, plunging the room into darkness. The printed photos feel like evidence of a crime in my hands. In a way, they are proof of a decade-long conspiracy to erase reality and replace it with something more suitable. Peyton's automated message lights up my phone again. Coming to bed soon? I look at his sleeping form, at the perfect angle of his digitally enhanced jawline, and type back, just finishing up some family photos. The irony tastes bitter in my mouth as I start uploading files to the secure server Tamara set up. By morning, every pristine pixel of the Stewarts' carefully curated history will be ready for its final edit, the one that brings the truth into sharp, unforgiving focus. The text arrives at 2 p.m. Family emergency. Come immediately. I already know what's waiting at the Stewart house, but my hands still shake slightly as I park behind Nicole's Range Rover. Rosalind's gardenia perfume hits me the moment I open the front door. She must have sprayed extra today, marking her territory. The living room is packed. Nicole perched rigidly on the settee, Paris and Melina sharing the love seat, Amy standing by the window. Their faces wear identical masks of concerned disapproval. Marley. Edgar's voice carries that special tone, the one he uses when delivering bad news to his mentees. Please, sit down. I choose the hard-backed chair near the door, noting how they've positioned themselves, a semicircle of judgment with me at the center. Peyton stands by the fireplace, examining the carpet pattern like it holds the secrets of the universe. We're here because we love you, Rosalind begins, dabbing at her eyes with a monogrammed handkerchief. The gardenia scent intensifies as she moves closer. We're worried about your choices. Edgar steps forward, holding a manila folder. These came to my attention through my banking contacts. He starts laying papers on the coffee table. My business plans, bank statements, website analytics. You've been making some concerning financial decisions. My phone buzzes in my pocket. Tamara, right on schedule. Everything's ready, say the word. Setting up separate accounts, Edgar continues. Moving money without consulting family. Planning what appears to be... He pauses dramatically. A complete separation from our shared resources. It's worse than that, Nicole chimes in. She's been gathering information about all of us. Amy nods solemnly. We've seen the files on your computer. Of course they have. I've been counting on Rosalind's weekly tidying of my home office, knowing she'd find exactly what I wanted her to find. This isn't like you, Rosalind's voice quavers perfectly. You've always understood the importance of family unity, of presenting a united front. The gardenia is suffocating now, mixing with Edgar's herbal cologne into something that makes my head spin. Or maybe that's just the absurdity of it all. Their staged intervention, their practiced concern, their coordinated attack on my independence. Peyton, Rosalind turns to her son. Surely you must have noticed changes in your wife's behavior. He shifts uncomfortably, still studying the carpet. She's been working late a lot. Working, Paris scoffs. Is that what we're calling it? My phone buzzes again. Tamara. Server's prepped. One click and it all goes live. The thing is, Marley, Edgar leans forward, his mentor voice in full effect. We've built something special here. A legacy. A reputation. We can't let one person's instability damage that. Instability, I repeat, tasting the word. Is that what we're calling it? Don't be difficult, Rosalind snaps, mask slipping slightly. We have evidence of your betrayal right here. She gestures at the papers, her handkerchief trembling. Planning to leave the family, gathering dirt. For what? To hurt us? I look at each face in turn. Nicole's practiced concern, Paris and Melina's synchronized disapproval, Amy's righteous judgment. Finally, Peyton's studied neutrality. Actually, I say, pulling out my phone, I've been gathering truth. What does that mean? Rosalind's voice sharpens. It means I know about the photos, Rosalind, the editing, the lies. I turn to Edgar, and I know about the mentoring, the real mentoring. The room temperature seems to drop 10 degrees. Edgar's cologne suddenly smells more like fear than herbs. I don't know what you think you know, he starts, but I cut him off. I know everything. My thumb hovers over Tamara's message. Every edited photo, every doctored family moment, every private message to every young woman you've helped. Rosalind's handkerchief falls to the floor. You wouldn't dare. Try me. I stand up, moving toward the door. You stage this little intervention to show me my place? Fine, but I'm about to show everyone exactly what the Stewart family legacy really looks like. Peyton, Rosalind's voice rises sharply. Control your wife. But Peyton just stands there, still examining the carpet, still choosing silence over action. I open Tamara's message, feeling surprisingly calm. You know what the difference is between my betrayal and yours? I ask, finger poised over the button that will destroy their carefully constructed world. Mine's about to go viral. The gardenia perfume hangs heavy in the air, like flowers at a funeral. Fitting, really. Because I'm about to bury their perfect image once and for all. Marley, Edgar warns, taking a step forward, think very carefully about what you're doing. I smile, the same smile they photoshopped onto countless family photos. Oh, I have. For 10 years, actually. And I press send. The HDMI cable makes a satisfying click as I connect my phone to their enormous smart TV. Rosalind's always bragged about the crystal clear resolution, perfect for watching their carefully curated family videos. Today, it'll serve a different purpose. What are you doing? Paris's voice wavers as I tap through my phone's settings. Sharing some family memories, I say, just as Edgar's mentoring profile fills the 70-inch screen. His profile photo, carefully lit, professionally shot, leers down at us all. The bio beneath it scrolls endlessly. Experienced executives seeking ambitious young professionals for one-on-one guidance. Discretion assured. Financial assistance available for the right candidates. The sound Rosalind makes is somewhere between a gasp and a sob. Turn it off, she commands, but her voice has lost its usual steel. Oh, but there's more. I swipe left, revealing his private messages. They cascade down the screen like toxic rain. Let's meet somewhere private to discuss your future. Your pictures show such potential. I can help you, but this stays between us. Edgar lunges for the TV's power button, but I step between him and the screen. Don't worry, I say, my voice steady. I saved the best for last. Another swipe brings up the family portrait, the one that's haunted me from above their fireplace for years. But now it's split-screened with the original unedited version. Oh my God, Nicole whispers, staring at her own face. The real one. Not the digitally enhanced version they've displayed for years. The differences are stark on the massive screen. Melina's waist, Paris's nose, Amy's smile, all artificially perfected. Even Tyree and Timothy's skin tones have been adjusted to match some arbitrary standard of acceptable darkness. This is slander, Edgar snarls, but his face has gone chalk white. No, I correct him. This is reality. Something this family seems to have a problem with. Rosalind's knees give out, and she sinks onto the sofa. Her gardenia perfume seems to curdle in the air. You don't understand what we've built, she whispers. The reputation we've maintained through lies. I pull up more photos, a decade's worth of digital manipulation exposed in high definition. Through editing and filtering and literally erasing anything that didn't fit your perfect image. Everyone edits their photos, Paris protests weekly. Like this, I zoom in on last year's Christmas card, showing the before and after. You didn't just brighten smiles, you erased entire people. Remember Melina's college boyfriend? The one who didn't fit the aesthetic? Melina makes a small, wounded sound. And it's not just photos, is it? I turn to Edgar, whose practiced mentor pose has completely crumbled. Should we go through your financial records? The payments to all those young women you've been helping? Halt! Stop! Peyton finally speaks, his voice rough. Just stop. Why? I ask him directly. Because it's uncomfortable? Because it's easier to pretend everything's perfect? I gesture at the screen, where evidence of their deception plays like a grotesque slideshow. That's the problem with this family. You're all so invested in the lie that you can't even see the truth anymore. The truth, Rosalind spits, finding her voice again, is that you've betrayed us. Everything we've given you, given me? I laugh, the sound sharp as breaking glass. You've given me nothing but conditions and criticism and constant reminders that I'll never be good enough for your precious family name. I pull up one final image, the very first photo they edited of me from our engagement announcement. In the original, I'm smiling naturally, my features untouched. In their version, I'm barely recognizable. You didn't just edit photos, I say, my voice quieter now. You tried to edit me, all of us, into some twisted version of perfection that only exists in Photoshop. The room falls silent except for the soft hum of the TV. On the screen, a decade of lies cycles through in perfect HD clarity. It's already online, I tell them, watching their faces crumple. Every edited photo, every fake moment, every manipulated memory, along with proof of Edgar's mentoring activities. The truth about the Stewart family legacy is now just a Google search away. Rosalind's mascara leaves perfect black trails down her cheeks. Edgar's cologne seems to have soured on his skin. Around the room, faces that have been trained to smile for the camera now show raw, unfiltered emotion. You've destroyed us, Rosalind whispers. I disconnect my phone, letting the screen go black. No, I say, heading for the door. You did that yourselves. I just removed the filter. Behind me, the perfect Stewart family sits in stunned silence, finally seeing themselves clearly for the first time. The first scream comes from Rosalind, a raw, animal sound I've never heard from her perfectly modulated throat. Her mascara runs in rivulets down her face, staining the collar of her cream silk blouse. You vindictive little... She lunges forward, but her designer heel catches on the Persian rug. She stumbles, catching herself on the back of a chair, her carefully styled hair falling in her face. These allegations are completely false, Edgar blusters, but his voice cracks on the last word. I help people. I mentor. You prey on them. I cut him off, my voice rising for the first time in 10 years. The sound of it, loud, unrestrained, sends a thrill through my body. You use your position, your money, your family name to manipulate vulnerable young women. That's not, he starts, but I'm done letting him speak. I have the receipts, Edgar, the bank transfers, the hotel bookings, the messages where you threatened to ruin their careers if they spoke up. My hands are shaking, but not from fear, from pure electric satisfaction. Every single receipt. Peyton makes a sound like a wounded animal, pressing himself against the wall beside the fireplace. This can't be happening, he whimpers. This isn't happening. Oh, it's happening. I turn in a slow circle, meeting every shocked face. Your perfect family, your sterling reputation, it's over. The truth is out there, spreading across social media right now. No amount of Photoshop can fix this. We gave you everything, Rosalind shrieks, mascara tears flowing freely now. We welcomed you into our home, our legacy. Your legacy? Bitter laughter bubbles up from my chest. Your legacy is a lie. Every family photo, every holiday card, every magazine feature, all fake. You didn't just edit photos, you edited reality. You edited people. You edited me. My heels clicked sharply on the hardwood as I advanced toward her. 10 years, Rosalind. 10 years of your subtle cuts, your constant criticism, your endless attempts to remake me into your idea of a proper Stewart wife. Because you needed fixing, she spits back. You were never good enough. No. The word explodes from me like a thunderclap. I was always good enough. I was just never fake enough for you. Paris and Melina cling to each other on the love seat, their perfect poses crumbling. Nicole's hands shake as she refreshes her phone, watching their carefully curated world implode in real time. And you, I round at Edgar, tasting salt on my lips, tears I didn't even realize were falling, not sad tears, victory tears. You pretended to be this pillar of the community while preying on girls barely out of high school, using the same tactics on them that you used on your own family, manipulation, control, threats wrapped in kindness. You have no proof, he tries again. I have everything! My voice rings off the vaulted ceiling. Every document, every message, every edited photo. I have proof of who you really are, who you all are. A family built on lies, held together by fear and manipulation. I turned to Peyton, still cowering by the fireplace. And you knew. You knew everything. What your father was doing, what your mother was hiding. And you said nothing. Did nothing. Just kept staring at your phone, pretending not to see. I couldn't, he starts, but I cut him off. You couldn't what? Stand up to them? Choose truth over appearance? Choose me over their approval? The words taste like freedom on my tongue. You're as fake as every edited photo on that wall. Rosalind makes one last attempt, her voice cracking. We can fix this. We can hire PR, release a statement. No. I step back, surveying the wreckage of their perfect family tableau. You can't fix this. You can't edit it, or hide it, or make it go away with money and influence. For once in your lives, you have to face reality, unfiltered, unedited reality. My heels strike the tile like hammer blows as I walk toward the door. Behind me, I hear the sounds of their world collapsing. Rosalind's sobs, Edgar's desperate phone calls, Peyton's quiet whimpers. At the threshold, I pause. You know what the funny thing is? If you'd just been real, shown your flaws, admitted your mistakes, lived authentically, none of this would have happened. But you were so obsessed with appearing perfect that you forgot how to be human. The door opens with a satisfying click. The last thing I hear as I walk out is Rosalind's wail. Not the practiced photogenic cry she uses for sympathy, but the raw sound of someone watching their carefully constructed world burn to ashes. My heels echo down their perfect hallway one last time, each step a punctuation mark in the final chapter of my life as a Stewart. The night air whips through my car windows, carrying away the last traces of Rosalind's gardenia perfume from my clothes. Someone's been mowing their lawn. That fresh green scent of cut grass mingles with the metallic tang of approaching rain. My hands are steady on the steering wheel as I put distance between myself and the Stewart house. My phone rings through the car speakers. Tamara's name lights up the display. Holy shit, she says when I answer. Holy actual shit. Have you seen Twitter? I haven't looked at anything. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with the clean night air. Is it bad? Bad? She laughs. It's beautiful. Edgar's trending. The local news has picked it up. And that split screen of the family photo? People are sharing it everywhere. Hatsar perfectly fake is trending locally. Something bubbles up in my chest. A sound I barely recognize as my own laughter. Real laughter. Not the polite titter I learned to deploy at Stewart family functions. It spills out of me in waves until tears blur my vision and I have to pull over. Are you okay? Tamara asks, but she's laughing too. I wipe my eyes, smearing whatever designer mascara Rosalind insisted I wear. I'm fantastic. I can actually breathe. Lightning flashes in the distance, illuminating the clouds rolling in. I imagine the Stewart house right now, lights blazing in every window, phones ringing endlessly, perfect masks cracking like cheap porcelain. Peyton's sister Nicole just posted some wild damage control, Tamara reports. Something about family unity and false narratives. The comments are not kind. I lean back in my seat, letting the approaching storm's wind wash over me. You know what I keep thinking about? That damn citrus polish Rosalind uses. How it always made me feel like I was breathing chemicals, like everything in that house was just artificial. Speaking of artificial, people are digging up old Stewart family photos now. The internet is playing spot the edits. It's like a really twisted Where's Waldo. Another crack of laughter escapes me. 10 years, I say, shaking my head. 10 years of holding my breath, watching my words, trying to fit into their perfect picture. And now, I close my eyes, feeling the first drops of rain hit my face through the open window. Now I'm just me, unedited, unfiltered. Thunder rolls across the sky, and I imagine it shaking the Stewart house's perfect windows. Rosalind is probably trying to call her PR team. Edgar's probably deleting files, though it's far too late for that. Peyton's probably still standing by that fireplace, staring at his phone, waiting for someone to tell him what to do. You should see the comments on Edgar's business page, Tamara continues. All his mentees are coming forward. It's like watching dominoes fall in real time. The rain is falling steadily now, but I leave my window down. Every drop feels like validation, like nature itself is washing away years of artificial perfection. I keep waiting to feel guilty, I admit, or scared, or something other than this lightness. Fuck guilt, Tamara declares. They earned this. Every fake smile, every edited photo, every manipulated moment. They built this house of cards themselves. Lightning illuminates the street again, and I catch my reflection in the rearview mirror. My makeup is smeared, my hair wind-tangled, my smile real and imperfect. I've never looked more like myself. Where are you heading? Tamara asks. I don't know. And the truth of that feels amazing. Away from perfect lawns and family portraits, away from filtered reality and edited truths. Come crash at my place, she offers. We can watch their perfect world implode in real time. I've got wine. I pull back onto the road, heading toward her apartment, with its mismatched furniture and unedited life. You know what the best part is? I say, accelerating through the rain. They can't hide anymore. Can't edit this away. Can't Photoshop over the truth. Speaking of truth, Edgar's law firm just posted a statement severing all ties pending investigation. The glee in Tamara's voice is contagious. The storm is directly overhead now, but I feel nothing but clarity. Every flash of lightning, every roll of thunder, every drop of rain feels sharp and real and true. Behind me, the Stewart house grows smaller in my rearview mirror, its lights burning like a funeral pyre for their perfect family facade. I'm almost at your place, I tell Tamara, turning onto her street. Pour that wine. We've got some unfiltered reality to celebrate.